Hey, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be teaching you how to live stream because I've gotten a lot of comments and live stuff saying specifically that I should explain this. So I'm explaining it. But unlike any other YouTuber would explain it, I'm gonna explain every single freaking platform you can live stream on and how to live stream on that platform. So basically, I'm gonna have to put chapters into this video. So first of all, we're just gonna go off with the easy one. We're gonna start with So now that we're on the desktop, the computer slash whatever you want to call this thing, I don't really know. We're gonna start off with the easy stuff. Obviously for SteamVR and for obviously for SteamVR and MetaLink and PCVR in general, you're gonna need either Steam or MetaLink. So you're gonna install Steam. Installing Steam isn't that hard. You just have to go to your web browser like this and go to Steam. Just go to Steam, and then up in the top right corner you'll see Steam or install Steam. It's something like install Steam. Just install Steam. And that's pretty much it. For MetaLink, you just do MetaLink. I had a stroke. Link app or PC software. You're gonna go to the first link when MetaLink PC software, and then you're just gonna download Meta Horizon Link. You need 4 gigabytes of space, which is not a lot considering most computers have 1 terabyte, but you're just gonna download this. And in terms of the MetaLink setup, it's gonna launch MetaLink, obviously. All right, so once you launch MetaLink, you're gonna go to devices, and then you're gonna go to add headset right here, and then you'll just be able to add a headset that you own. So if you add let's say add headset, you have to connect either a PCVR, like a Rift or a Meta Horizon something. But once you connect your headset, it'll guide you through the setup steps on how to get your headset connected. But MetaLink is not why I'm here. I'm going to do that in chapter 2. For Steam, once you've logged into Steam, once you booted Steam and you have a page that looks like this, you go to the store. You're gonna go to the store, you're gonna go SteamVR, obviously, and you're gonna find SteamVR. You're just gonna download it. It's completely okay, whatever. You're gonna download SteamVR. It's Valve, obviously, and it's very positive, very awesome. And then once SteamVR is in your thing, obviously it's already in here. I don't know why it's booted. I think it's broken again. But once you have to make sure you have GorillaTag downloaded. Now the thing about GorillaTag on MetaLink is that it is $20. You're gonna have to spend $20.
Yeah, we find.
But if you're trying to become a big creator with live streams and you're following this, just buy the $20. It's entirely worth it. I'm telling you, right? So you're gonna spend $20 and you're gonna buy GorillaTag. And then in terms of this, you're kinda done. Aside from a few things you have to set up in GorillaTag. Actually, we're not done. We have more to do. You're gonna go to manage once you have GorillaTag installed. You're gonna go to manage, and then you're gonna hit browse local files. Now you're not gonna have all of this. It's gonna look something like completely different. It's only gonna have like 5 files in it. You're not gonna have BepInEx, which is exactly what I need to teach you to get. So what you could do in terms of this, you could go to the GorillaTag modding group. If it'll load, it's taking so long. Why do I have like a million notifications from people? Oh, okay, whatever. So you're gonna get to the GorillaTag modding Discord. You're gonna PC mod loads, and of course you don't need Utila for this camera mod, but you're gonna find Monkey Mod Manager. You can either search it up, it doesn't really matter, just find Monkey Mod Manager and then download Monkey Mod Manager. Now this is a different type of Monkey Mod Manager. Of course I'm gonna put all of the links to these files and stuff in the description so you can see. You also need .NET for whatever reason. I don't know why you need .NET, but Windows just needs .NET to run specific stuff. So you're gonna install .NET. Don't worry, it's a Windows application. Everything I'm telling you is completely safe. I'm not gonna screw over my fans because I don't want to. So installation, you install .NET, and then you can go to your downloads. You can download the Monkey Mod Manager. Once you download it, you should see a screen similar to this, but I'm gonna full screen it just so it's easier. You're gonna click, it's gonna have BepInEx already there. You're gonna download BepInEx, and you don't need Utila, but you could use Utila. It doesn't really matter. Also, there's a bunch of other stuff you can download here. I suggest Gorilla Optimizer because this makes it so if you have a 4060, it's not hard to do this. You're gonna make sure that you have the correct game folder. So if you click game folder, it should either be Okay, so now that you've downloaded everything, you just click all of the stuff and then you hit install. It should all automatically direct you to the SteamVR page, or the SteamVR BepInEx. But once you have BepInEx plugins, right, this is the camera mod that I'm gonna send you guys. Now, basically what this is it's a port, but it's to the point that it's not illegal. So the port to if you don't know what Sakura's camera mod is, it's like one of the best camera mods out there. But this camera mod specifically is pretty much as good, if not better. So of course I'm gonna have the link to this camera mod in my bio, or not my bio, whatever it is. You can search up you search up goat camera mod, and you click on the first thing in the link, and basically it directs you to Goat's camera mod. Goat's camera mod is, well, Goat's camera mod, you just download, open, and it has the DLL, and then you just drag and drop. This is where people get confused. You go to plugins, and you just drag the Goat camera mod and drop it into the file, and then you're good. And so that's all of the mods and stuff you need to install. Now I'm gonna teach you the special thing called ALVR. Now, ALVR is an interesting app because it's really good, but it's also sometimes glitchy. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna go to ALVR. You're just gonna search up ALVR, and you're gonna click on this right here. Now this is going to take you to a page similar to ALVR. It should be ALVR-org ALVR. This is, if it doesn't say this, then you're in the wrong spot and probably downloading a virus. You're going to click the releases. You're going to go to Windows. Now you don't want to click the launch. You want to do the streamer. You're going to download the streamer, and then of course unzip it, run the executable, blah, 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 right? Same thing. Once you're done with all that, you can get the ALVR. Why are you launching? Why did you launch? So now you have this right here. You'll see a few different things. So first of all, you can do wired or wireless. If you're on a Quest headset, it works for Pico headsets, but most of you are probably on Quest, so I'm gonna just go along with wired connection or wireless. So if you do wired connection, you have to make sure you have a link cable that's capable of carrying the data, like a 6 or 7 gigabyte per second cable. I would suggest maybe if you can find one of those. But if you're doing wireless, you have to have I swear to God, bro, people always tell me, oh, it doesn't work because it's too laggy. Why is it so laggy? It's probably because you're a million years away from your freaking router. The thing about streaming a Quest 3S to ALVR is that you have to have a router connected via Ethernet almost in the exact same room, and you gotta make sure that it's like a multi-stage router, because if it isn't and people are in your house using your Wi-Fi, simply put, you are not streaming that day. Absolutely not happening. So that's basically mainly all you need to set up. ALVR kind of makes sure you have everything. The setup wizard, of course, you have to download virtual audio cable, and you just go to headset microphone virtual audio cable to set up the microphone, so your headset's microphone is streamed towards SteamVR. And then for video, like presets, I usually keep it at either 80 or 72, mostly 80. Go to preset H264, Favotion preset high, and encoder preset speed. Somebody just came by my house and took a picture. I don't really care. And so that's all you need to set up for ALVR. In terms of getting your headset to work with it though, this is really easy. I don't know why SteamVR is not quitting, but whatever. You usually press this launch SteamVR, and it'll start launching SteamVR. Once it's launched, you can go ahead and put on your headset, and I'll put the tutorial up for how to get ALVR in the headset right now. So here's what you need to do in MetaQuest for SteamVR, just as a start, right? So the first thing you're gonna do is open your menu, obviously, and then you're gonna go find your store. Usually it's right here if you have Navigator. You're gonna press Store, and then it should open Store. You're gonna go to this little search bar right there. Go to the search. My Quest is crashing out at me. You're gonna search up ALVR, and once you have ALVR installed, it actually doesn't take a lot. You just open it, and you'll see this thing. It'll say ALVR host name. I have to blur all this, but obviously, it'll say all of this. It'll say searching for streamer, and then you're done with the quest. You can put your quest onto an object or really anything. It doesn't matter. The rest is on your computer. All right, so now that we've learned how to connect ALVR and SteamVR and MetaLink, there is one more thing. If you have a PC VR headset, it is probably the easiest for you to connect to your headset, because all you have to do is wait wait for Steam not to be moronic for 5 seconds. Alright, so now that you're in this page, you're just gonna go to library, and then you're gonna launch SteamVR. It's gonna launch SteamVR. You gotta make sure that your base stations and all of the headset components are connected. Make sure you set up all your player space boundaries, blah 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 blah. It's a SteamVR headset, just yeah. And then you're good to go for SteamVR. It's that easy. It's really that easy. So now I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do in terms of streaming. Now what I would suggest is downloading a little application called StreamLABS. So StreamLABS is so much better than OBS, mostly for streaming. OBS is probably so much better. It's so much better for recording, but in terms of streaming, you want to download StreamLABS. It's going to walk you through a few sign up stuff and yada yada yada, and then you're going to come to this. It's not going to look exactly like this, obviously, because I have a different, type of, I set everything up, right, obviously. But basically, you're gonna add a new scene, and you're gonna name it anything you want, it doesn't matter. I just name mine, what I need, like starting soon, charging headset, fixing stuff for GTA Live main. And then in this new scene, you're gonna add a source. In this source, you should be able to just select game capture. If you select game capture, and you add this source, it's gonna have this look for game, and then this is where GorillaTag comes in. So when you're launched when you have MetaLink open, or really any software, it doesn't matter, you're gonna hit play on GorillaTag, and you're gonna launch GorillaTag. I've been talking for so long. Now, in terms of waiting until GorillaTag launches, I would suggest enabling studio mode, because in studio mode, if you have a scene like this, you can quickly change everything because this is what people see, and then this is what I see. You can change everything in the editor, and then hit transition, which transitions this to this, basically making a more streamlined operation. Now GorillaTag is launched. There is absolutely nothing to do in here. You just need your headset, blah blah blah. Obviously, I'm looking through Goat's camera mod right now, which is what we installed earlier, and then I'll have to show you the in-game stuff later. But you'll see that if you set up the game capture, if you go to properties and you go to specific window, you capture GorillaTag, it's gonna capture GorillaTag, and you're gonna be able to see GorillaTag. And so this is the basis for your stream. Now, if you're wondering how I got this aspect ratio, how I got YouTube Shorts, because this also gives you a lot more views on your YouTube Shorts if you use this, you're gonna video, you're gonna set the base canvas resolution to 1080 by 1920 and 1080 by 1920, obviously right there. Now that you set all that, it should be in Shorts form. You're gonna add more stuff. Now this is where you can really customize everything. You can add text, right? If I add a new text and I say like hello, it's gonna add this text and it's gonna have hello, and then when I transition it, this is what's gonna be on the screen. Now a lot of people don't understand how to get like really cool texts, and that's what I'm gonna show you here. You can set the font. The font is everything. This is what I use. I always scroll down and I always use Comic Sans, and then I set my color to a specific color, let's say red, and then I scroll all the way back down. And I click outline. I set this to 20, and then you can see now it has an outline, and this is your own little text. This is what you need. This is it. So you set it up, and it should look something along the lines of this. If you're wondering how I got the sub count, you're gonna add a browser source thing, your settings, and then this is where you need to go to YouTube. You go to YouTube, the YouTube page. What is this? Alright, so now you're gonna go to view channel, and you're gonna go to manage videos right here. Once you hit manage videos, it'll take a while, don't worry, it's normal. You're gonna make sure you're eligible to go live in the first place, because obviously, blah blah blah. You're gonna go to analytics, and then you're gonna see right here, you should see live count. You're gonna do that. You're gonna copy this link right here, and then you're gonna paste it into StreamLABS. And then I'm gonna put this code in the in the description, but this code is actually what's gonna make it turn white, and then you're gonna close that because you don't need it. You're gonna right click it, you're gonna go to filters and edit filter. You're gonna add a filter called color key right here. You're gonna add color key. You don't need image mask. You're gonna do custom color, and then you're gonna select the green screen, and then you're gonna just just pause the video and put all these through, because honestly, I'm not gonna read everything. My voice is already tired. And then you should have something that looks like this right there. Now, obviously, there is pieces of this that are assets that are private I can't give you. I'm so sorry. But you can make your own little assets in Photopea or Photoshop, and you can add them to make them look more, to make the stream look a little bit more cool. Obviously, you have the new code thing, and then if I have like, if I'm beating a map or something, I'll do like, I can hide this text, and then I can go back up and go display capture, blah, blah, blah. And so that's how you set up StreamLABS for the most part. Now, when you want to go live, you're going to hit go live, and you want to make sure you have a preset thumbnail. If you have a preset thumbnail like me, good. You're going to just put it in there. Make sure you make a thumbnail, make your description, and, 20 viewers, blah, blah, blah. Now, what really works are these red dots and stuff, and flashy thumbnails. And then when you're done, you're going to hit confirm and go live. And then that's pretty much it. So that's it for StreamLABS. That's it for PCVR. It's all the same for Metalink. It doesn't matter what headset you're using, because as long as you can get GorillaTag on your computer and you can play it, that's all you need. Now, I'm going to explain real quickly. I'm going to give you another clip. I'm going to explain what you need to do in-game in terms of like live stream. So what you're going to need to do for this tutorial is you're going to launch ALVR or Metalink. You're going to get GorillaTag with your mods, and then this is all you need in terms of just this. I'm going to switch to my headset. All right, so you can see my VR view now, because this is probably going to be the easiest way to try to explain how to do the rest of this. So you can see my VR view. Obviously, in SteamVR, you have all of these like icons you can click. Like, for example, if you click this, you can open your games tab and you can scroll through like all of this, library, SteamVR VR settings, regular Steam settings, yada yada yada. This is a mod for SteamVR. Don't pay attention to that. So now here is how to do. All right, so hold on, let me pull this up. All right, so now that you see this, you're gonna launch GorillaTag by going to this Steam icon, go to this little home icon, and then find GorillaTag and hit play. Once you hit play, you can open your menu like this. You open it, and then you can go to your thing right here and set. This is where you normally go to video settings. You set motion smoothing and world scale. I don't use this. I don't want to. This is too much of a cheat for me. If I can, okay, I'm just gonna turn it off like that. Alright, so now you can see I'm in GorillaTag, and you can see my background right there. You can see that I'm with the camera mod. This is where you set up like all the camera mod and stuff, and I'm gonna show you how to set, SteamVR. So first of all, you're gonna go to this little plus. You're gonna find StreamLABS desktop, and you'll see this part. It'll launch StreamLABS, right? Hold on, I gotta make sure that you guys can only see StreamLABS, because alright, so you can see VR view open. You're gonna add a tab, and then you're gonna go to StreamLABS like that, and you can see StreamLABS open. You can see the camera is picking up exactly what I'm doing. And so what I usually do is I go and I press this little button right here, and that docks it to my left controller. So while I'm in game, if I have chat open right here, I can read chat in game, and I don't have to open my menu every 5 seconds to read chat like that. And obviously that helps, right? Because then you don't have to like continuously check it. But another thing you can do is you can press your little menu, click and hold this, and then rotate your controller in any orientation, and then it will dock to that orientation. So you can rotate it so like that, it'll dock to that, and then you can pull it like this, it'll dock to this, and then you have your stream set up. Now, in terms of the camera mod, you can see it looks a little bland because of the way that I set everything up, like all the camera. You want to set specific settings for goats. Now, you're going to click this little near clip. You're going to click this until it goes to 0.08. Click this FOV until it goes all the way up to 110. And this makes sure that when you're in first person, it looks good. Now, you're going to go to menu, and you're going to click smoothing. You're going to press that twice. And that basically allows it to be a little bit more smooth. So if you have quick head movements, the stream doesn't die. Right? Now, to open the Goats camera mod, you're just going to press your A button on your controller. I think it's A on index. I don't know. You're going to press it twice, and then you'll be able to do this. go get the camera. And so that's everything you need to know inside in the game. And now that's pretty much actually all you need to know in terms of GorillaTag in SteamVR or anything like that. Now I'm going to teach you how to do it in Quest. Quest is a lot harder, like a lot harder, but it's not impossible. And here's your tutorial. Alright, so for chapter 3 of this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to get, how to live stream in MetaQuest so you can go live if you don't have an expensive streaming equipment and stuff like that. So first of all, you're going to open your menu, and you're just going to launch GorillaTag. Get into GorillaTag first. You need GorillaTag. Open GorillaTag. I'm going to get a drink of water. My voice is really hoarse from talking so much. Oh my god, GorillaTag is taking forever. I'm sitting on my couch real quick. Alright, so now that you've launched GorillaTag, you're going to be in GorillaTag, obviously. Did I not mention you're going to have GorillaTag open? Now, a lot of people would think that you need an external software. Well, actually, you do need an external software, but it's actually not that hard. So you're going to go over here, you're going to grab your camera from your GorillaTag, and once you have your camera, you're going to press this little button right here. Once you press that button, it's going to open the Live Hub. Obviously, if it's not downloaded, it's going to ask you to download the Live Hub, but you need the Live Hub. And once Live Hub is loaded, you're going to press Stream, and you're going to get this code. You're going to pair, and you're going to get this little thing. You're just going to type this in. So mine is 80700 or 055. Once you type that in, for some reason they're having issues, but now you can press this little go live button and you can go live on Live Hub. And that's pretty much it, actually. You just press this button and I'll show you a demonstration. I'll sacrifice my YouTube analytics for this first. You're gonna browser, and this is where you're gonna make sure that everything is working and stuff. You're gonna do YouTube, YouTube. And you can see here, if you go to your live, here we go. This is the MetaQuest broadcast scheduled. So now that you have that open, you're going to press go live on your live cam, and then it's going to start your broadcast, and boom, you're live on YouTube. And that's it. Internal error referred to no internet connection. I don't know. Okay. So they're also having issues right now with their thing. So another alternative, instead of going live with the camera, you just press this little thing. It'll open the hub, and then you can just hit go live with headset camera, and then that's it. That's it. That's how you go live in GorillaTag. I hope this video helped you out, as well as, you know, I hope this video helped you out, guys. And as always, I'll see you later. I can't really do the bye thing because, like, bye. You can't really see it. So, like, all right, bye.